Soft changes can reshape the most tender parts of life, not the big, dramatic kind. Just small hesitations that settle into the evening, the shower, the quiet spaces between you and someone you love. You might feel less spark than you used to, or a sharpness where there should be ease. You may keep going because you're strong, but deep down you miss the version of intimacy that felt warm and welcoming. That longing matters. Your body has not forgotten how to feel good. It may simply need new care, better timing, and kinder tools to meet you where you are now. I'm Dr. Emily Hart, and for more than 15 years I've helped women after 60 navigate these changes with clarity and compassion. If you're new here, welcome. This is a community that speaks honestly and protects your dignity. If you want more gentle, practical guidance like this, I'd love for you to subscribe and stay with us. And tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I'm always inspired by the strength of this circle of women around the world. Let's begin with what many of you have shared. The body can feel unfamiliar. Desire slows down. Dryness or burning turns closeness into something you avoid. None of this means you're broken. It means several systems, hormones, circulation, pelvic muscles, nervous system, even medications are asking for a different approach. Carol, 68, once told me she stopped leaning into hugs because she worried they might lead to expectations she couldn't meet. What she needed wasn't pressure. She needed a map back to comfort. A helpful place to start is blood flow. Think of your vessels like garden hoses. When the hose stays flexible and the pressure is steady, everything nourishes easily. With age, the body makes less of a tiny messenger called nitric oxide. That makes vessels a bit stiffer, so blood moves more slowly to the pelvis. Arousal takes longer, and natural lubrication may lag. You don't fix this by forcing excitement. You support it by opening the pathways. A 10-minute walk after dinner, gentle hip and glute strength work, and nitrate-rich foods like beets and leafy greens all help. So does slow belly breathing. Inhale softly, exhale longer than you inhale, which signals vessels to relax. Carol added roasted beets to her meals, breathed slowly for 3 minutes before intimacy, and took an easy evening stroll. She described desire not as a switch, but as a sunrise, gradual, warm, and real. Now to the most common reason intimacy becomes uncomfortable: dryness and thinning of the vaginal tissue. As estrogen declines, the lining loses moisture and spring. Friction that once felt pleasurable can sting or tear. Lena, 72, told me she felt half present, dipping in and out of closeness because her body couldn't stay comfortable. Daily vaginal moisturizers. Use the way you'd use a good face cream. Restore moisture over time. During intimacy, a quality lubricant protects the tissue and reduces friction. Water-based options are simple and easy to clean. Silicone-based options last longer and can be gentler for some. Fragrance-free products tend to be kinder. For moderate to severe dryness, low-dose vaginal estrogen or DHEA, prescribed by your clinician, can thicken and soothe the tissue locally without affecting the whole body the way a pill would. Lena began with a nightly moisturizer, switched to a non-irritating lubricant, and with her doctor's guidance, added low-dose vaginal estrogen. 6 weeks later, she said, "My body feels like mine again." Her sleep improved, her mood softened, and intimacy felt welcoming instead of worrisome. Comfort invites desire. When the body stops bracing, pleasure has a place to land. The pelvic floor is the quiet stagehand behind the scenes. These muscles form a supportive hammock for your organs and are involved in arousal and orgasm. When they're weak, sensation fades. When they're too tight, penetration can feel like pushing against a locked door. Grace, 64, carried her stress in her jaw and her pelvis like a matched set. We taught her pelvic breathing. One hand on her heart, one on her lower belly. Inhale gently, then exhale long and slow, imagining the tailbone dropping like a pearl into warm water. A pelvic floor physical therapist helped her relax the overactive areas and wake up the sleepy ones. At home, she soaked in a warm bath, used her moisturizer, and practiced a few minutes with a small dilator to teach the tissue and muscles that gentle stretch is safe. In a month, she described intimacy as possible and kind. It wasn't about performance. It was about coordination, blood flow improving, nerves sending clear messages, muscles responding instead of resisting. Desire is not only chemistry, it's context. Many women take medications for blood pressure, diabetes, mood, or pain. Some of these can flatten arousal or make lubrication harder. That doesn't mean you stop them. It means you talk with your doctor about timing and options. Maya, 70, took a beta blocker in the evening and felt flat by bedtime. With her cardiologist's blessing, she moved the dose to morning. She also shifted intimacy to late afternoon, when energy and blood flow naturally peak. She discovered that when you create space for desire, when you choose a time that favors your body, it's more likely to show up. Stress also matters. Your nervous system has two main speeds. One helps you solve problems and stay safe. The other helps you digest, sleep, and feel pleasure. Pleasure belongs to the rest and receive side. To help your body switch channels, send it simple cues of safety. 5 minutes of slow breathing with longer exhales. Gentle touch without a goal. Warm light, soft music, and an unhurried pace. Maya and her partner built a small ritual. Tea at 4, a 15-minute walk, a warm shower, moisturizer, and then time together with no agenda. Desire began to arrive because they stopped chasing it and started welcoming it. Timing and tenderness make a real difference. Many women feel better earlier in the day when joints are looser and energy is steadier. Hydration supports blood flow and lubrication, but it helps to spread it throughout the day rather than chugging right before bed. Positions that reduce pressure on knees and back can transform comfort. Evelyn, 66, loved closeness but always felt rushed and distracted by late evening routines. She put her phone away after dinner, sipped water earlier in the afternoon, stretched her hips for 5 minutes, and used a warm compress over her lower belly while breathing slowly. She and her partner experimented with side lying and supported positions that let her relax. She told me, "I didn't know pleasure could be quiet and still count." Quiet is not lesser. Sustainable. Communication is the bridge that lets these changes take root. It's not a review of what's wrong. It's an invitation to be allies. Simple, direct words help. "I want to enjoy this with you, and I need a slower start so my body can catch up." Or, "This moisturizer is helping. Let's use more lubricant tonight so I stay comfortable." If you're on your own right now, the same kindness applies. You deserve a gentle pace. Exploration without judgment helps your brain map new pathways to pleasure. Your nervous system remains adaptable at every age. Soft fabrics, warm baths, stretching, music. Small daily rituals keep a low hum of sensuality alive so it's easier to receive when the time is right. A few doctor notes can multiply your progress. Sleep isn't a luxury. Desire hides when you're exhausted. Even small improvements, consistent bedtimes, less late-night screen time lift mood and openness. Regular movement improves circulation, balances blood sugar, and reduces inflammation, which eases discomfort and heightens sensation. Omega-3 rich foods, magnesium from beans and greens, and colorful vegetables support the tiny vessels that feed the pelvic tissues. Alcohol may feel like a shortcut to relaxation, but for many women it dulls sensation and worsens dryness. If you choose to drink, keep it light and hydrate. And please treat pain as a message, not a test. If intimacy hurts, the answer isn't to push through. Soothe the tissue, adjust the timing, use ample lubrication, and ask your clinician about local therapies or a referral to a pelvic floor specialist. Courage isn't gritting your teeth, it's choosing comfort and care. If this guidance is helping, a quick like tells me to keep creating videos on women's intimacy and pelvic health. More importantly, take one small step this week. Pick a nightly moisturizer and actually use it. Add a few slices of beets to dinner. Practice 3 slow breaths before you reach for touch. Schedule closeness at a time your body prefers. These are tiny, respectful ways of saying, I'm on my own side. You are not too old. You are not behind. Your body is capable of warmth, softness, and joy. The goal here isn't perfection. It's partnership with yourself and, if you choose, with someone who cares for you. Desire may arrive more slowly now. That's okay. Slow can be rich. Comfort may need more preparation. That's wisdom, not weakness. Pleasure may look different than it did years ago. That doesn't make it smaller. It makes it yours. If this video gave you reassurance or a plan, subscribe to stay close to this community of strong, informed women. Tell me in the comments where you're watching from and what part of this felt most useful. And if someone you love needs gentle, honest guidance on this topic, send this their way. Take care of yourself. You're worth it. I'm Dr. Emily Hart, and I'll see you in the next one.